Well, Maga, I can't help but wonder how you're holding up. First, Orangine and Pervalicious Felonious Schlumper McPhee told you he doesn't intend to deal with grocery prices because that's too hard. Then he told you trans people are no big deal because there are so few of them. That had to sting. Then you had to deal with the real possibility that you may have elected a shadow president in Elon Doughboy Muskrat, who happens to be an immigrant, and who happens to think y'all are lazy, and who hires immigrant workers for jobs he thinks Americans are too R-word to do. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. Personally, I think the R-word is truly awful, and anyone still ignorant and nasty enough to use it, or like opposed to using it, is about as teensy-weensy inside as it gets. But that's your shadow leader. Of course, on top of that, your he never started any wars Orangina seems to be hell-bent on invading several different sovereign nations, which would all greatly benefit Russia, should they be seized and turned over to the guy who just shot an airplane full of innocent people out of the sky. Yeah. How you feeling about your choices, Maga? I wonder if you've added up the net worth of the proposed cabinet appointments, because sheesh, they sure seem to be swimming in cash, huh? Almost like a swamp. Are y'all feeling good about your gut feeling that billionaires are going to look out for the little guy? In between shopping and plastic surgery, I'm sure they're going to be focused on what the guy making $60K needs to make his day easier. I feel for you, Maga. Elections have consequences, don't they? I guess it wouldn't surprise me if the truth of the election hasn't reached you yet, but womp womp, it was decidedly not a mandate. Yeah, 1.3 is a squeaker, not a landslide. Honestly, Maga, where do you go from here? You can't argue you're trying to protect the children because your cult leader wants a statutory rapist to lead the DOJ, and the whole party tried to keep the truth from coming out. That situation drives a truck through your defense of the rule of law. As if electing a rapist felon didn't do that already. On top of that, we know most of you disagree with the plan to release all the J6 criminals. How's it going to feel when that happens, Maga? How will you explain that to your kids? Yes, Jimmy, the man in the video who beat a policeman with a flagpole, broke into the Capitol and pooped on the Capitol floor and threatened to hang the vice president was sentenced to many years in jail. But the president wanted him to commit those crimes. So instead of going to jail, he's getting a record deal and a low-level job in government. But Jimmy, love thy neighbor and do unto others as you would do unto yourself. Okay? Yeah, Maga, y'all are looking pretty damn hypocritical, and short-sighted, and gullible, and silly. I've got to say, I told you so doesn't cut it. It's really more like I told you, I explained it to you, I made charts and diagrams, I drew pictures, I put it into simple terms, I offered case studies, I begged, pleaded, and I even screamed at you to come to your senses. But nope, liberal tears, y'all love 'em. Apparently more than your families. So here we are, right where we said we'd be. All thanks to you, Maga. So all that's left to say is, have the day you deserve. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video, magas are not finding it funny because what they bargained for is not what they are getting. Okay, you all know that they voted against their own interests, and now it is coming back to haunt them, like knocking at their doors. Yeah, they're not even happy at all. They are being dragging themselves on social media. They're all crying out and all of that. So we're just going to listen to what these creators are saying. Then we'll come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments as we watch these videos together. Please do well to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Let's go ahead and watch these videos and come back.
So today we have people saying Trump lied to us. Trump said he's going to bring grocery prices down, but in an interview he said that, once the prices are high, it's very hard to bring them down,
Yeah, people are saying that Trump lied to them because Trump lied to them. Yeah.
It's very hard to change price once it's high. He's just being honest.
Yeah, he's just being honest. Well, how come he didn't choose to just be honest during the campaign?
I mean, Kamala or Biden would gaslight you and just lie and say, well, yeah, we're going to get them down.
Yeah. Kamala and Biden would just gaslight you and tell you that they're going to get the prices down. How would that go? What would they say? Would they say something like this?
We've got to get those costs down, and I'm going to get them down. We're going to bring those costs way down. When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one. We have to get the prices down where bacon is up. Bacon. We don't order bacon anymore. It's too expensive, right? But it's all up too much, so we're going to get it down. We're going to take care of inflation and quickly, and we're going to get those prices coming down very, very substantially and very quickly.
Yeah, would it look something like that?
Okay, you might not like what he says, but he'll say whatever he has to say.
This is actually fascinating because you are so close. You're literally running through the wall, and you're still not appreciating the wall's existence. Trump will say whatever he has to say to get your vote. He will say it. He will say he will bring prices down. He can't bring prices down. He will say he's going to bring energy prices down by threatening tariffs. Well, you know what's going to happen when he threatens the tariffs? Watch this.
Will go to the extent of cutting off their energy, going down to Michigan, going down to New York State, and over to Wisconsin. I don't want this to happen, but my number one job is to protect Ontario, Ontarians and Canadians as a whole, since we're the largest province.
See? You said it. He will say whatever he has to say, consequences be damned. He doesn't mean what he says. He doesn't care about what he says. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care. He just had to win. That's all. That's all. So I know it's a rough time for MAGA supporters right now, for some of them, because they're starting to come around to the idea, mostly subconsciously, that maybe I got got. Maybe I got again, you know? So I understand the need for denial. I understand the need for gaslighting yourself. Yeah, I would enjoy this a lot more. It would be a lot funnier to me if it wasn't so detrimental to everybody. That's the problem. We all didn't FA, but we all have to FO.
The two biggest lies in the country right now are this. First, all the MAGAs on social media are telling us it's up versus down, not left versus right. And second, the cable news NPCs tell us there's a major political realignment underway. There's one simple fact that proves all of these people wrong. Before we get to that, let's talk about where they're coming from. They tell us Trump's populist message won over working class voters from the Democrats. These voters are unique because they actually care about wage and benefit growth, they trust economic regulations, and they don't trust corporations and CEOs. All the Beltway insiders blame Democrats for losing these voters, starting with globalization going back to the 90s. They say that globalization traded good-paying jobs for lower prices, and that trade-off is at the root of all of our economic problems today. Here's why the whole thing is bullshit. What was the one thing that Trump complained most about in order to get elected? Prices. And what is the unemployment rate today? 4.2%. Blaming Harris's loss on that globalization trade-off I mentioned earlier belies the fact that prices would be 10 times higher without globalization. All this points to one very simple fact. This is a messaging war, not a policy war. Bill Clinton correctly recognized that globalization was inevitable, and so his plan was to lead the effort to globalize the economy, which Republicans loved, but also pair it with universal health care and deep investments in education and job training, which is where they lost the Republicans. The United States didn't choose to abandon the industrial age in favor of the information age. It happened to us. And if you look at the wealth generated in the United States ever since the 90s, it's clear Bill Clinton's plan was the right one. Trillions in new wealth has been generated over the past 30 years in the United States, but Republicans made sure that none of that wealth was invested in the middle class. Those policies were written to benefit people like Donald Trump and continue to be reinforced by Donald Trump and Elon Musk today. The working class voters who voted for Trump over Harris voted that way because of a marketing pitch and not policy outcomes. He won because he whined about prices and said that he could magically bring them down, which he can't and he won't, because he's going to spend the next 4 years hiring and firing idiots, whining about the press, playing golf, and eating Big Macs. But the cable news NPCs are not going to recognize this, which is why the next generation of Democratic leaders needs to stop taking their ideas from insider Beltway strategists and instead find a new candidate who can build a better message around the realities of progressive policies to help voters see through the smoke and mirrors of Republican marketing bullshit.
So the greatest undoing of MAGA is ever thinking that things are going to change if they eventually vote red, right? That was their greatest undoing. And right now, guess who is suffering? Guess who is begging? Guess who is crying out? The same Maga. Okay, they all voted because they felt that, oh, they're going to, this person does not like the person we like and all of that, so they ended up voting for him. Another thing is that they were thinking that he was going to reduce their taxes. Like, who does that? How is the government going to make money? Like, how will money be circulating in the country if you don't pay taxes? Who will pay for your health care? Who will pay for fix the road and make sure you have constant electricity? Those are the basic amenities. The government needs money to fix all of that. And somebody is telling you that they're going to remove or reduce your taxes by how many percent again? Okay, I think this is one of their greatest undoing. And I'm thinking that the prices of things is going to reduce because of the tariff that will be enacted, the tariff plan which will be enacted once TP comes into power. For you to even think that tariffs will lower your prices, that is to say that they just need to check your head somehow, right? I don't understand how these people reason. I don't understand how they think. And right now, they are the ones complaining. And now, when Vivek and Elion came up with the whole in bringing in people from overseas to come take up the jobs in their company, Maga is the one also screaming. They don't want it. So they never expected that to happen. Now they are everywhere ranting and making all the noise in between. Well, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Okay, let's have that conversation in the comment section as we finish watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and please do subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Okay, this is your best way of supporting me. Thank you so much for always coming to watch my video, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye, guys.